I hate to tell you, I told you so, but I told all of y'all so. I had a guest. His name is Goku. He pulled up. He sensed that we had a Super Saiyan on Earth. His name is Crawford. And he confirmed tonight that he's a Super Saiyan because he went Super Saiyan one more time on Canelo ass. I predicted that Crawford was gonna win by unanimous decision and he will hurt Canelo Alvarez multiple times during the fight, and that's exactly what he did. So congratulations to Terence Super Saiyan Crawford for becoming a 3 times undisputed champion, beating a legendary fighter like Canelo Alvarez, who is arguably the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. Not just that, Crawford moved up multiple weight classes, obviously. He was going up against all odds, and he completely dominated Canelo. I mean, you have to give credit where credit is due. The way Crawford looked tonight, the way he made adjustments, the way he showed separation, that's GOAT level. I really can't describe how Crawford was dominating Canelo and showing separation during the fight, other than saying he went Super Saiyan on Canelo ass. For real. That's how impressive Crawford looked. The reason why I say that, when you see Terence Crawford in the ring with Canelo, Canelo was much bigger, way more massive. He has way more mass. His punches, clearly you can see that it will take a toll on Crawford if he takes too many of them. First of all, Crawford showed that he can take Canelo Alvarez's punch. He showed that he has an iron chin. He also showed that he hurt Canelo more than Canelo hurt him. From the first to the last round. I mean, the way the last round ended after he caught him with that check hook, I don't know if it's a check, jab, check hook, a hybrid punch, you can say. He hurt Canelo with that punch. Canelo wobbled and Crawford didn't seize the moment. However, he realized Canelo seemed hurt and he turned up. I know Canelo Alvarez is glad he heard the final bell during that moment, because Crawford could have even, took him out. I don't know if Canelo was gassed out. I don't know if Canelo was hurt. I think he was both, the way he was looking. So that was highly impressive for Crawford to move up all these weight classes to his 6th weight class to beat Canelo Alvarez at his best. The most experienced Canelo we ever seen. According to Canelo trainer Eddie Reynoso, this was the best version of Canelo, physically and mentally. And they said they were going to knock out Crawford. Well, that didn't happen tonight. Crawford showed his class. Crawford showed that his name belongs in the same sentence as Floyd Mayweather, as Sugar Ray Leonard, as Sugar Ray Robinson, as Roy Jones, as Sweet Pea Whitaker. These are the top 5 greatest fighters of all time, you can say, right? Well, put Crawford on that list. He is top 5 of all time. They tried to, obviously bury his shine. Old media tried for the longest, ever since Floyd Mayweather and Andre Ward retired, to bury Crawford stardom. Remember the time where Teddy Atlas told Crawford and Andre Ward to their face after Crawford became undisputed at 140? For the first time since 13 years, nobody did it. Ward just knocked out Kovalev, who old media was saying is number 1, number 2. And Teddy Atlas had the audacity to tell Crawford and Andre Ward, y'all not pound for pound number 1. Y'all behind Lomachenko, who got 1 loss to Salido and didn't even avenge that. How disrespectful. How disrespectful. It went from Roman Gonzalez, Gennady Golovkin, Kovalev, Lomachenko, Canelo Alvarez, and now it's Inoue and Usyk. But nah, tonight Crawford went Super Saiyan again and showed the separation between a great fighter, an elite fighter, and an all-time great. And that's a fact. Everyone saw Crawford go Super Saiyan. So we know we got a Saiyan on Earth. That being said, in the opening bell, Crawford was filling Canelo out. He was obviously studying him. He haven't boxed in a year. Canelo had all the advantages, but I told you guys, Crawford is the best at making adjustments. He was adapting, and he didn't let Canelo Alvarez breathe. The only mistake Crawford was making, or he made in the first round, he didn't utilize the jab as much. And Bomac told him right away. And then I felt that Crawford was countering too much to the head when Canelo was throwing to the body. I felt like he should have countered more to the body from the jump. Well, he didn't do that. As the fight went on, Crawford won the first 4 rounds. Canelo couldn't do anything, but you could sense the danger in the fight because you can tell if Crawford only makes one mistake and then Canelo every now and then will slip a very, nice body shot. And you start wondering, how will Crawford be able to handle that as the fight goes on? Will that slow him down? Well, it surely didn't. Because after the 4th round, the 5th round, Canelo came on strong. Then the 6th round, that's when Crawford went up another level. He started whooping Canelo. I think he turned Super Saiyan 1, okay? I think he probably went from base form to Super Saiyan 1. Then, as the fight went on, Crawford started countering to the body because he's listening to his trainers and he's, keeping Canelo busy upstairs and touching Canelo to the body with counters. And that slew Canelo down tremendously because Crawford was in front of his face. He was not moving. What y'all talking about running? Who was running? Canelo was moving as much as Crawford was moving on the back foot. And as the fight went on, Crawford went Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, and this dude started going Super Saiyan 4, even Ultra Instinct on Canelo ass. And obviously dominated him. They tried to take the fight away from him, the way the fight was, obviously the way the judges scored the fight. Even, the commentators and the unofficial had Crawford dominating the fight. They had Canelo only winning 2 rounds, right? And, Crawford won unanimous decision by 115, 113, and 116, 112. That's crazy. That's criminal. But we all know Floyd also had a draw on one of the scorecards when he fought Canelo, and so did Bivol. If Crawford didn't dominate Canelo, he could have got robbed. And that's why I said he has to dominate, which I knew exactly he will be able to, because when I first saw Crawford for the first time beat, I think his name was Prescott, that knocked out Amir Khan, I told you guys then he's going to be pound for pound #1. And he surpassed my expectations because he's not just pound for pound #1 or been #1 since Floyd and Ward retired. He's an all-time great. Something like Kobe, something like LeBron, something like Jordan. Who knows? I mean, only Allah knows who's the best in the ring. But one thing for sure, Crawford is one of the 5. Top 5 of all time. So put some respect on his name. All that hate, give the king his crown. When you think about Floyd, when you think about Sugar Ray, you think about Crawford. And that's a fact. Canelo, yeah, we agree with y'all. He's an all-time great, the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. And Crawford, on his worst day, on his oldest day, moved up to his 6-weight class, 3 divisions pretty much one time when y'all said he has the best chin in the world. How is Crawford gonna slow him down? Yeah, by going Super Saiyan like Goku does. So congratulations to Crawford, man. I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless because I was highly impressed with the way he was throwing so many combinations at Canelo, and Canelo, being a counterpuncher, wasn't even able to return it. And at times he will make Canelo run into a shot. Anytime Canelo landed, Crawford will return. That's why they couldn't be biased tonight. They couldn't be biased tonight because it was a domination. It was the masterclass. It was someone going Super Saiyan. With that being said, congratulations to Crawford for officially becoming a GOAT. Top 5 of all time. Subscribe below and to be continued on the next episode of AKHi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.